Yo, my peoples, what's up? Welcome to 5 and 9 in a one-stop co-op shop, where I go over 5 things you need to know about a game in about 9 minutes, Kickstarter preview style. Today I'm taking a look at The Dark Quarter. This one is a collaboration between Ryder Games and Lucky Duck Games. It is a storytelling game using the Destinies engine, app-driven scenario-based play. You are playing hard-bitten New Orleans detectives in the 1980s trying to solve a grisly murder. I got 5 things to tell you about this game so that you can make an informed decision on whether you want to back The Dark Quarter. My number 5 is the storytellers of this game. The primary writer was Evan Derrick of Ryder Games. He also brought you Detective City of Angels, Hostage Negotiator Career, and other products. The man knows his noir. He did so in consultation with Omari Akil of Colorway Game Labs, who ensured that there was an authentic New Orleans flavor to everything that is in the Dark Quarter package. I will not hide my admiration for these two men, and I'm happy to be able to call them friends outside the gaming sphere. However, I believe that the quality of the work that they've already produced speaks for itself. My number 4, mature audiences only. This is a gritty noir story of investigating a grisly murder for mature audiences only. I'm only showing you a little bit for the faint of heart, but you are going to see cards like this that will show you grisly dead bodies, dismembered monsters, all that kind of thing. In addition, you have many characters who don't hold back when it comes to the language, including Chief Romero right here, who does not around. I'll be brief. Here's the evidence file, straight from the NOPD, but it's as thin as my patience. So if you don't like blue language in your game, then and sit this one the out. My number 3 focuses on the characters of Dark Quarter. You will play one of 4 hard-boiled New Orleans detectives. The characters work generally just like they did in the original Destinies game. Let's focus in on Julia Paris over here. At this point, I should point out that this is prototype, so you're going to get a mini, and also your board is going to have some indentations to hold these cubes. The cubes represent your ability to do the different things in the game, searching and fighting and magic and interaction. Every time you have a skill check, you're going to roll these 2 primary dice, supplemented every once in a while by these auxiliary dice. Depending on how many successes you have, you will roll on this chart. The further left the cubes are, the better you are, the more successes you will attain. This skill system allows for a high degree of flexibility. Let's say you want to focus, make Julia Paris the magic user of the century. You can boot her skills up there, or you can play a balanced game however you want. The biggest difference with the original Destinies is that each module in Destinies had a different character. Here, you will play the same character through all the modules in Dark Quarter. In addition, you can build up your skills. You'll begin with a simple skill, and then you'll be able to purchase more to get more and more powerful, make more and more checks, and mold your character how you want. Number 2 is how the story unfolds on the board. Like the original Destinies, your characters will visit different points of interest. On their turn, they'll interact with that point of interest, whether it's a place or an event, or oftentimes a person. So Dark Quarter differs from Destinies in a number of areas. I'll articulate 3 right now. Number 1, the characters with which you'll interact, the NPCs. I think there's a little bit more depth there because not only do you get information from them, you can adjust their mood, you can coax them or intimidate them depending on what kind of information you want. Number 2 is the sideboard system. So you have your main area where you'll do all your adventures, but then as the story unfolds, you'll have lots of opportunity to dig into little corners. You have all these sideboards to explore. Obviously, I won't show you too much because of spoilers, but there's lots of opportunities to meet different characters and have different experiences here on the side. The final thing, and this is a definite difference, there's going to be some points of interest that are key to individual characters. So in this particular case, only Constance can go to this place, and they have their own little unfolding story, which having played through the first module, there's family connections, there's past trauma. Evan and Omari and the entire writing team really went deep to help you sink into the characters mechanically through the sideboard and also through the story. So get ready for that. here in Dark Quarter. And my number one thing for y'all to know about Dark Quarter is the app integration, because so much of the story plays out in the app. You see that the entire board and all the points of interest are replicated here in the app. And also, as I showed you, the sideboard, you access that all through the app. So that is going to be a mixed blessing for some folks because, quite frankly, so much happens in the app, especially if you're playing solo. You kind of don't need the board. When I played through this game, I played it on my bed with my character on a TV tray beside me, and I didn't even set up the board. And I was able to go through and have adventure. So if you're playing multiplayer, then the board is going to be useful to track where everybody is. But even then, you're going to spend so much time in the app that there are going to be people that say, app gaming, not so much for me. App storytelling, If you don't mind, and if you want to have a sense of the story and the ambiance, then the app is for you. If you are a fan of the original Destinies and you're drawn to this noir world, I think this is a no-brainer project to at least look at. If you're not aware of the Destiny system, for me, I've played the original line all the way through. I very much enjoy the system itself, and it depended on the modules that you plug in. So some of them were great, some of them struggled. I think for me here, having played one scenario in this upgraded version, I want to know more. I got invested in my character in a way that the original Destinies didn't go for. Both modes of storytelling are fine, but here they're going for that immersive, propulsive sense. What's going to happen to my character, and how do I solve the story? You're doing both of those things in tandem, and there's a lot of promise in this one. And a lot is going to depend on the app as a storytelling delivery system. Some people love their app. Some people are a little bit resistant. For me, I just enjoy a good story no matter how it's delivered. So if you like what you heard, we got a link right down there in the show notes for the Kickstarter page. While you're down there, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We are the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I will see you at the next stop.